Okay, so when you have COVID, but you still gotta eat and feed your family, I'm gonna show you guys how to make some soup out of Costco rotisserie chicken. Here's the rotisserie chicken. I shredded up, and I'm gonna save this for later. I have some brown rice in here. I have some cilantro, some green onion, which I'm gonna put over there. I also have some butternut squash, which I just rinsed, and I bought this from Costco too, so they're organic butternut squash. And so I'm gonna make two different type of soup. I'm gonna start my stove here. So for the butternut squash, I'm going to be using tofu, which is the soft and the soft one. So that's easier for me to chew. I have some leftover grind pork and shiitake mushroom that I cooked in the other video. I'm going to dump all of it in there. And another thing is I have this bone broth, the beef bone broth. And I'm gonna put it all into my butternut squash. These packaged, you can get these packaged from Costco too. I am not sponsored by any of them because I'm just a new YouTube person where I just want to share people what I do. So I have some oil going into this little pot here, and I have some water going into this pot here. And I have an open can of chicken noodle soup. So my chicken sorry, it's a chicken noodle soup, condensed soup. So basically, when I cook it, I'm gonna have to put 1 can of this in and 1 can of water into this pot. And this pot is for my butternut squash, which I will be cooking once it comes to boil. I have here is crushed garlic. These are crushed garlic, and in a minute I'm gonna go and try to get myself tested for COVID. My nose is actually running right now, and also my ovary is hurting. I feel like coronavirus really attacked your weakness. Like anything it found that is weak in your body, it will attack you from there. So I have both pot going on high. So once my garlic here turns brown, I'm going to divide it up into this pot too for my butternut squash. So while all that is going, I have here 3 pouches of beef broth. I think I'm only going to do 4 pouches. That's the beef broth going in. Now the garlic is brown, so I'm gonna put some into the beef broth soup.
Garlic.
Garlic is brown. Your garlic is brown. I'm gonna pour in the chicken noodle soup can into this pot, and I'm gonna pour in the water. So you need, when it's condensed, you need 1 extra can of water. Come on. So here that is. So I'm going to put in my chicken here. And and y'all, COVID is not fun, so stay healthy. So we're gonna cook these chicken, and I'm gonna put in I'm gonna put in my butternut squash. And I'm also gonna put in my leftover ground pork. As for my chicken noodle soup here, I'm going to put in a scoop of rice. This is brown rice, pre-cooked. And just let it simmer. Okay, so for the tofu, I'm gonna put it in. So the stove is on high. You just wanted to take out this white puffy right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like this pulp. So this soup is actually, you put it in like water and you can just sip it. But I decided to cook it with food because I try it without food. It's gross. I don't like it. That's just my personal preference. So now that I have it, I'm not really into it, but I still gotta use it. So basically I try my best to use whatever I bought. Basically it's you don't want to waste, number one, resources and money, because it costs money, right? So I'm just gonna let the soup here simmer, and I'm gonna wait until the pumpkin, the peanut butter squash, get really soft, and then I'm gonna just eat it with rice. I'm gonna add in the rice after, and then I'm just gonna eat it with rice. That's my starch. And this is the chicken noodle soup, same thing. It has rice in here. So once this comes to a boil, I can put in the green onions and the cilantro, and that's all. That's all you would need to do. But it's a quick, simple meal. It's about 10 minutes to make, or 15 minutes to make. And it's simple. Well, the thing that's really simple is that I try to get everything pre-made, and just dump it together. Because, you know, when you're sick, you don't want to do a lot. You just want to eat, get yourself full, and rest. So let me just do a taste test here. It's good, but it could use some chicken bouillon. So I have a gigantic chicken bouillon here. I'm gonna take a scoop of it. So it's like a tablespoon added in. I don't know about you, but when I'm sick, I like things salty. I don't know why. So when you eat it, just dazzle some black pepper on top, and it's like delicious. So the boring part is taking the pulp out to make sure that your soup is clear. Dang. Every time I cough, it's like my brains get squished. It is such a weird feeling. Such a weird feeling. So I'm gonna get some bowls out here. Need to serve my husband, my kid, and myself. I think there's 3 of us. So I've been eating with this pirate bowl. It has a handle here, and I think it's cute. But this is, in the morning I eat a bowl, in the afternoon I eat a bowl, and for dinner I eat a bowl. It's like I'm on a freaking pirate bowl diet. But the boring part is not yet over. Is the pulp that I have to. And when I cook, I don't know if you notice about me yet, but when I cook, I try to have 2 things going all the time, because cooking kind of suck. It's not very good thing. Well, it's good that you know how to cook, but it's not a very pleasant thing. I'm not a freaking chef, you see, so it's not my specialty. And but I can cook, so I try to get 2 or 3 things going, so that way I don't have to really cook that much and that often. So it's good with the chicken bouillon in there, but it's, to me, it's still not salty enough. So I have this fancy red boat fish sauce here, and I'm gonna put in a teaspoon, because Vietnamese people eat fish sauce, and I'm Vietnamese, so One thing I hate about cooking is all these all these bubbles that's coming out. And you just have to constantly, stir it, and then you also have to constantly take out the pulp, because otherwise it will make your soup look brownish color. So I'm just checking to see if my peanut butter squash is cooked. And I have braces, so I like to make sure that it's completely soft. And as you can see, it is. So it's good. All right. And then my chicken noodle soup is coming to a boil. So now I'm gonna turn off the stove for the rear. Stir the chicken noodle soup here in the front. And as I say, this is how I'm gonna serve myself that soup. So, brown rice. Three pieces of tofu, some chicken, some garnishing. This is cilantro, green onions, and some black pepper. So there you go. Looks good. I just got this tripod, so I'm figuring out how to use it. There. One bowl down, two more to go. So I think the hubby and the baby, they much more prefer this chicken noodle soup here. So chicken noodle soup and rice. We have chicken chunk. We have the rice. We have the soup. And we have the cilantro. We have the green onions. We have the black pepper. So this is for the man. So for my baby boy, green onion, cilantro go at the bottom, so it's cook it for him. And he doesn't get black pepper. Ooh. I put some black pepper into the soup, so he get the black pepper from the soup, but he doesn't get the black pepper separately. So the chicken, the green onion, cilantro is at the bottom, so that the chicken noodle soup will cook it for him, so he doesn't have to eat uncooked green onions and cilantro. So stove is off, everything is good. 19 minutes video or 20-minute video. Good timing. Take care and stay safe.